Hello and welcome to this tutorial. I'm basically going to be making a tutorial on how to make a seamless transition. So let's get into it. So this is the transition that I've made right here. So as you can see, it is a seamless transition, and what that is basically where you have something walk past the shot, or you have the camera go past something in the shot, and then it transitions to a new shot basically, or a new video. And basically, the reason why it's seamless is because with most transitions, you can tell that there's a transition. But with seamless transitions, they're designed in a way that you can't really tell there's a transition there. And even if you can, you can't really just spot it straight away. And it's usually done in clever ways and seamless ways. So I'm just going to be showing you how to make one. I'm going to be remaking this exact one. Obviously, you can make a seamless transition of what you want. It doesn't really matter too much. So here we go, we're just going to go into Premiere Pro now. So I've already got the timeline set up. And basically you're just going to need two clips. So you want to have one clip where you have something walk past the shot. That is very important. In the first clip you need to have someone walk past the shot, or you need to have your camera go past something. And in the second shot, you can have the second shot as whatever you want. It can just be anywhere, of anyone, of anything. As long as it's you can tell it's a completely different shot. Using the exact same shot would be a bit silly because the whole point of it would just be stupid. So yeah, we're just going to get into it. So you want to put the first clip here, the second clip there, basically. So the first thing you want to do is you want to detach the audio. It depends. If you want to keep your audio, you can obviously keep it, but I'm just detaching it because for what I'm making, I don't need the audio. Plus, it'll just mess up the audio if I kept it in because it desync in places. So once you've done that, you just want to zoom your timeline in, and you want to go onto your first clip here. I'm just going to go to the point. As you can see, someone's walking past the shot. So right here, this is where you're going to be doing your editing. So you want to go one frame back. So as you can see, I'm right here. And I'm just going to use the razor tool. So I'm just going to cut right here. And we're basically going to be editing all of this here. So I'm just going to skip to the very end. So there's quite a few frames to cut, but we should be fine. So we're going to cut here because this is the final frame. All these stuff after this we don't need, so we're just going to cut it out right here. And we're also going to move this up one. So you want to have your first clip on the second layer. So as you can see, there's two layers. We just want to have the first clip on the second layer and the second clip on the first layer. And that's quite important actually. I'm not just doing that just because that's the way I like it to look. I'm doing that because it's an important feature. I'm just going to shorten this clip here a bit because I don't need it to be this long. Shorten this clip, okay. It doesn't really matter too much on the clip length. Just make sure that obviously the transition isn't straight away unless you want it to be. So there we go. We should have our setup looking a bit like this. So we have someone walk past and then it cuts to the next shot. So as you can see, it doesn't quite look right yet because, we've not got the transition in there yet. So I'm going to be showing you how to do that now. So you want to zoom in your timeline and you want to click on this clip up here. Make sure you're on this clip because if you click on this clip here and you try doing it, it won't work and you will have wasted your time. So you want to go to the first frame of this clip right here, and then you want to go on to effect controls, which is in the top left, and you want to go down to this option here and you should be able to free draw. And as you can see, there's a bit here and it says mask 1. So you want to scroll down and you want to change this feature right here to 40% right there. And then you can start drawing your mask. So you can zoom out if it makes it easier. It's really annoying because there might be a way of zooming into certain percentages, but if you zoom into 10, it looks a bit small. 25 looks a bit big. That might be just the computer I'm using. But I'm just going to go on 10. So for the first clip, you can just draw straight round like this. It obviously doesn't really matter too much. Just draw straight like this. You don't really need to cut anything. And then what you want to do here is you want to press the frame advance button, which will advance you to the next frame. And the important thing is on this next frame is you want to tick some boxes. So right here, we're going to tick this, tick this, tick this, and tick this. Now, important feature is the inverted feature right here. And for the sake of this tutorial, I'm not going to be using it. But if you use the inverted feature, you're basically going to have to outline the opposite of what I'm outlining. Because it basically inverts what is hidden, I guess. You'll see what I mean. So once you ticked all these boxes, as you can see, our mask has disappeared. But if you click on the mask button right here, it'll reappear. So once it reappears, you want to start drawing your mask. So if you have more points on your mask, it'll make it more precise. And that is something that you'll probably want to add in. So right here, you can add in more points where you want. 1 minute. So as you can see right here, this will show you the next shot. So you want to do it like as seamless as possible. So if we drag our points here, we can basically see, if we go like this, we can see where we need to draw. So we're going to add a few extra points on right here, so it'll make it easier. But I'm just going to add like 3. If you make any mistakes like that, you can then go on undo, because yeah, that'll just undo that and will save you having issues. So I'm just going to draw here. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go like there. There we go, that is the first frame. The first frame is pretty simple, obviously, because it's quite small. Obviously, the more precise you want it to look, you're going to have to put more time into drawing it. For this example, I don't really need it to look too precise, because I've already done it before, and this is just a tutorial. So as you can see right here, it's showing you what is underneath. So if you can see the next frame, you're doing it right. If when you're drawing around it, you can only see the same shot, then you're probably doing something wrong, and you might want to rewatch this. And you just want to draw around like this. And obviously, if you just want to go on to the next frame, all you need to do is just press the step forward button right here that'll advance 1 frame. Make sure you press that, because if you don't, then it could mess up if you do it in different ways. I just like to do that each time once I'm happy with the shot. There we go. Obviously, if you make any mistakes, just go onto the edit and then undo. If you want to re-edit like a previous frame, you can just take a step, you can just go back a frame and readjust it. And yeah, you just want to keep doing this until you are finished. So I'm just going to speed up the footage now, and I will be back when it's done. Okay, so I'm back. By the end of that, I did get a bit lazy, and I ended up just masking like a bit quicker. I didn't really do every single frame, but obviously once you're happy with it, just leave it at that. Obviously you want it to be at the end, by like the end of the frame, like by the end of this clip here. So once you've done it, your transition should look like this. So there we go. As you can see right here, you can see the mask still. This bit looks a bit awkward, so I'm just going to readjust it right here, because it does look a bit silly. Obviously you just want to readjust each frame that looks a bit silly, and yeah, it should be fine. The annoying thing is, working on this background here is black, so it does look a bit silly. But it's actually okay. You can still do it, but you just may have to focus a bit harder when you're editing. So as you can see right here, obviously I'm in like just scrolling, so you can see where the mask is. If you just want to watch it back, you just have to press the play button, and there you go, you can see the transition happen right there. I'm just going to show you one more time. I didn't really show it properly there, but there we go, it should be working. It's obviously not quite as good as this here, because I put a bit more time into masking this clip. There you go, that one does look a lot more seamless, but that one was just like a demonstration. So obviously you can do this to any clip you want. It doesn't have to be a clip of someone standing there. It doesn't have to be a person walking past. You could have anything walking past. You could have the camera going past an object. And all you need to do is just do the exact same process as this. And yeah, once you're done, you can just save the project and it should be fine. Just remember to obviously make sure you're masking the right clip, because if you do it on the wrong clip, it'll be incorrect. Make sure to toggle all these features once you've drawn at least one mask, because if you toggle the features first, I've noticed that some issues happen. Change this mask like feature here, like this mask thing, to 40, because that makes the mask easier to see, and it makes the mask better. And also just make sure that you're doing everything right, and just make sure to be careful when you're drawing around, and if you do make any mistakes, don't panic and just press the undo button. So there you go, that is the seamless transition tutorial. I hope you found it useful, and I hope you can implement this transition into what you're making. So yeah, there you go. I will see you in another tutorial. Goodbye.